So we are at the Range Austin. This is the Patriot Club. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this place. And this is a pretty cool Gatling gun. God, that'd be frightening. Can be on the receiving end of that thing. It's loud. It makes a lot of smoke. And we are going to be testing something that kind of combats both of those things. Sound and heat and smoke. So what we're going to look at today is our suppressors. So we have Yankee Hill Machine, 2 different suppressors here. We have one that's going to go on a 4570, and then we have the Big Larry, their newest, kind of biggest, baddest suppressor. And we are going to shoot a variety of ammunition. We're going to shoot a 6.5 Creedmoor, and that is 140 grain. We're going to shoot the M118LR, which is the military match grain sniper ammo, which is 175 grain 7.62x51. And then we're going to shoot the big old 4570 government 400 grain bullet. And we'll see, one, how it sounds, what it feels like, or we'll play with some heat. I think this is just kind of with suppressors. It has a lot to do. Obviously, decibel reduction is significant. How does it deal with the heat? Is there enough material? Like, I own my own suppressor company, and Noble Defender, we try to be really innovative of how we manage those two things, which is heat and sound. But every single suppressor has its own sound, and it's kind of like a beautiful thing, especially when you shoot a variety of different calibers, is how does it, like the boing or the boom. It's fun, and I find it fascinating to look at the machining and the engineering behind each of these different types of suppressors. So with this Yankee Hill Machine, we are going to see how they do. Let's go check them out. I have really fun toys, pew-pews, guns to do these tests with. Right here, I got this Marlin, this super tricked out custom from Big Pig. Man, the dude is a master class about how to make a gun sexy. So that's going to go with the 4570. And then over here, I have the Sig Cross and local LaRue OBR. We are going to shoot 7.62 and 6.5 out of those two. Obviously 4570 out of this bad boy. And yeah, let's start throwing these things on here. Man, that looks really good. I don't think I'm ever gonna take that off. One down. I kind of just want to go blow, like just rack one and send it right now because it looks so good. YouTube's so lame that it won't let you show that. Even how to mount a suppressor. That is really sexy. Watches, motorcycles, guns. There's just something that's really like to the core, like to my DNA. I love them. Like not a little bit, like a good watch, how perfect it is, and the movement and the jewels. It's wildly fascinating to look at the engineering behind it and seeing with like this is an old design that has stood the test of time, and it's back and popular. And then we have like brand new, 2 different sniper rifles, 2 totally different approaches, one bolt action with the Sig Cross, and then with the LaRue OBR. These two weapons that you could see on the battlefield, you could see out hunting. Dynamically different, but super cool. All right, let's direct thread this. Safe weapons handling, always clear before you start playing with things. 6.5, 308, 300 Win are really easy calibers to suppress. They're big, chunky, and slow. Like the 5.56 historically just a difficult caliber to make quiet. It's little, it's mean, it's fast, and that's man, that looks good. All right, we'll start here. The moment has arrived. The first round out of a brand new suppressor. Eye protection, hearing protection. I complete and utmost trust in engineering, but let's never forget that we are taking mechanically, dropping some things through some mechanical engineering, and there's going to be an explosion, and that explosion is going to send a chunk of metal, the projectile, down range at a couple thousand feet per second. With all of that happening, there are some moving parts. I like my eyes. I like my wife likes my face. I'm like whatever about it. So always make sure that you're wearing your protection. Here we go. First round out of Yankee Hill Machine, Bad Larry suppressed, 6.5, 145, 140. Ooh, that's very nice. The impact downrange was louder than the sound out of the barrel. Can you hear that? That's wild. Okay, here we go. When you're trying to suppress a round going off, you kind of have a few different ways that sound escapes. One is out of the chamber. So there's going to be noise coming out of the weapon. Another type of noise is the mechanical noise. For example, out of a semi-automatic, gas direct, blowback, piston, every single one of those is going to have big movement. And then ultimately, lastly, the noise that's coming out of the suppressor. The suppressor is trying to minimize the noise coming out of the barrel, and that's the loudest portion. With bolt action, like we're shooting here, very little sound is going to be escaping out of here. Obviously, there's no mechanical movement besides the hammer dropping and that firing pin striking the back of that round. So ultimately, we're just trying to literally suppress the sound coming out of the barrel. So I'm pretty impressed right now. That's a ton of fun. I do want to go throw this on the 308 and then hit that 45-70. There you go. Let's go one more. All right. So we now have this big Larry on top of the LaRue OBR. This is a fun rifle to shoot. Crazy accurate. You're getting like bolt action accuracy out of a gas gun, which is a ton of fun. So with this, we're gonna have two different types of sound. Well, three really. We have the mechanical noise, we have the sound escaping out of the chamber, and we have the sound escaping out of the barrel. First time mounting the suppressor onto this weapon for safety, I took a little bit of extra time and make sure I got my glasses, my ear pro, my eye protection. Now let's get the first impression of how this bad boy sounds. It's pretty good. That's really good. Huh. I can smell the gas coming out. I don't feel anything in my face, so that's real nice. Oftentimes, when you throw a suppressor on a weapon, I didn't play with the gas block on this. I'm going to later, but it's shooting perfectly, and I don't have extra gas in my face. All right, so we got the Mad Pig Customs right here, 45-70, this Marlin Trapper. Iconic. I'm excited. Honestly, I've been wanting to throw a suppressor on this for a while. Let's see how she goes. That was anticlimactic. Holy crap. That is so quiet. That is so freaking cool. I'm in. I'm in. All right. I'm in love. Yankee Hill Machine, obviously shooting a big supersonic fast bullet like the 6.5 and 7.62 by 5.1 match grade M11LR. A blast. But switching over, this bullet is meant to be suppressed. This bullet is intended to be quiet. And I was in love with this rifle before. Now I'm like swooning. I like this elation is real because, like, as Roy can attest, after that first round, I was just like, man, I'm in love. It's so freaking fun. All right. Okay. It's never gonna come off. Yeah. Yeah, like this is never gonna come off this weapon. Okay, so the newest and hottest from Yankee Hill Machine is the Bad Lair. And it's awesome. We shot out of that LaRue OBR, 175 grain 3 weight, and then we threw it on the SIG Cross with a 140 grain 6.5. Watching those rounds just skip and impact and spark down there, it was cool. But then switching over to a caliber that's intended to be suppressed, like the 45-70 on this Mad Pig Customs, this Marlin Trapper, I like had to stop myself from continuing to shoot because it's so fun. I'm literally shooting paper down there, and I'm having the time of my life. So economically, you can spend a ton of money on suppressors, and I think that there hasn't been a lot of innovation in a while with suppressors. You got the monocore, you have baffles. Like there's some intervention in like how the quick detach is working. But man, have a suppressor on your weapon. It makes it more fun to shoot. You don't have to spend a ton of money. Yes, you can spend $2,000-$3,000 on a suppressor. These are very economical, and they perform really, really well. We're talking splitting hairs in weight and temperature and decibel reduction when you could just very at an entry level come in and have a rad suppressor like this that just performs like it's an Olympic athlete. Sick. That was amazing. Thank you, Yankee Hill Customs, for letting me do a review and having a faith that in your product that I'm gonna like it, because I did, and I do, and that's a blast. I can't wait to put this into action with some pigs. Suppressed. Let's go!